What up, Sharouche? Pat, what up? What's going on, guys? Huh? It's me. The last month you've been listening to me and Captain Dick. Well, my sidekick is no longer in New York State. He is about 1,500 miles away. He made it safely home. Got in around 6 o'clock tonight. They got home. And as soon as they got home and got all their stuff out of the car, the first thing he did was start making a YouTube account, guys. He got my brother, and my brother is making him all of his YouTube accounts and showing him how to do things and trying to get him set up so that we have him for next week. So it's looking like Captain Dick's going to be coming back on the show only from his house in Florida, and you guys will be seeing us on a split screen, kind of like it was with me and Souls last week and me and Caleb the week before that. What up, LFL? What up, Derek? What up, what up, what up? So, as you can see, I got all these recip saws out. I got the Milwaukee one-hand recip. I got the rigid one-hand recip. I got the best one-hand recip in the game right now, the Flex. And I got the Flex reciprocating saw. Okay. Now, we've already done these recip saws. We've shown them to you. We've given our opinion and all that good stuff. All right. What's up, Sayer? But there's this new recip saw blade out. I don't know if you guys have heard of it yet. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But they were on the end cap. I almost bought the grinding wheels too, but I pumped the brakes on it because I really don't need any more grinding wheels. I got like a fucking million Bauer grinding wheels and Diablo grinding wheels. I really don't need them. But I do need recip saw blades. Like, I think I got one good Diablo metal one. I got one good wood Diablo one, okay? We picked up the new Spider Black Series recip saw blades. Now, in this pack, it comes with a 9-inch wooden nails cutting blade. It comes with a 6-inch just metal cutting blade. And it comes with a 6-inch wooden nails cutting blade, okay? 7-piece set. You get 2 of the big ones, 2 of the just metal blades, and then 3 of the wood with nails 6-inch blades. So that's 7 total. It says up to 10 times more cuts, 3 times faster than conventional bi-metal blades. That's what they're claiming. Well, we're just going to see about that. Because I'm going to tell you the one bugaboo about Spider blades, whether it's their oscillating multi-tool blades, their miter saw blades, their circular saw blades, their table saw blades is, yes, they cut very nice, but they dull rather quickly. Okay? They dull rather quickly, and they're saying with this, they are not going to dull. It says 10 times more cuts, so 10 times more cuts. And 3 times faster. All I know is recip saw blades go dull pretty quickly, especially when you're cutting through a bunch of wood with nails in it and all that type of stuff. So we'll give them a shot tonight. I'll let you guys see the first sneak peek of these bad boys. Kansas, what's up? Don't forget, guys, you can see I'm wearing it. Hit up the merch store. Helps us out. Oh, and we got Dr. Left Hand Thread merch in there too. So hit up that too. We're all teaming together here, which is how it should be, right? Why would I want to compete with Dr. Left Hand Thread? I would never want to do that. I love that guy. You know what I mean? Why would I ever want to compete with Souls? I wouldn't want to do that. I love the fucking guy. Same thing with Tactics and so on. Tactics just hasn't gotten his designs in yet. I feel we're all stronger together as one than all of us being separate. Let's be honest. There are some bigger channels out there that aren't honest with you, that feed you a load of crap just so they can make $1. And that's fine and all. But I'm proud of all them channels I just named because they don't give a load of crap. And it isn't about the buck. It's about telling you guys what is right, what is wrong, teaching proper technique, showing you what a tool can do, not tricking you into what it can't do. So I always felt you're stronger together than you are trying to go at it and compete. So that's why we're all teaming up. Have it all in one store. Guys can go crazy and all that type of stuff. Let's see. Oh, Caleb's in here? Oh, great. My mom's here. Mom, why are you here? Is Captain Dick watching? What up, Caleb? This recip saw? I know it's a monster. It's an absolute beast. And it's Captain Dick's new line of tools. Maybe Josh got Captain Dick's Christmas present tonight on the down low. So if you guys want to know, Donna Ward in there is my mother. Just letting y'all know. And just warning you, Mom, this isn't really a channel for women. So I'm not saying you can't watch. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you're hanging out with a bunch of trade guys. There's going to be swearing and ball busting and all that type of stuff. All right? Just deal with it if you're going to watch. I seen the Flex recip. I get so used to the... I used it the other day when we were cutting giant 6x6 pieces of semi 2-fork. Yeah, it is crazy powerful. Yes, that's my mom's Shrews. Down a word. Yes. And there's my wife, Grandma Cookies. She's called Grandma Cookies because she always gives the dogs cookies. He's always cussing on the streams. I don't know how to put up with this guy. He's a bad influence. Well, I got to be honest with you, Kansas. That woman taught me every single one of them cuss words. So you think you're getting me in trouble, but you're not. Of course, my wife says that right after I say it. Jesus Louises. Captain Dick should be very happy. He is happy. Yes, you did, Mom. Don't lie. All right. Let me get... What do you think the odds are that this thing opens up? No, of course it don't. I got to get this goofy Ryobi tool to open up these damn packages. Oh, I think the battery's dying. Ah! One more package! Yeah, the battery's dying. Got to put that on the old charger. Let's see if the battery's dying, because if it ain't dead, I'm going to be mad. Nope, it's fully charged. Oh, this thing's a pile of shit. It's supposed to do this, and it's not doing this. You just have the spider bits tonight. I heard those dull pretty quick. They're the new ones, Kansas. These just came out. They're claiming 10 times more cuts, 3 times faster. So there's when they say you can get 10 times the cuts, they're saying it's supposed to stay sharper faster. And I know that's their bugaboo, that their blades do not stay sharp, that they dull pretty quickly. So we're going to give it a whirl here. I needed recip saw blades anyways. So, yes, we're going to be chopping up wood and stuff, and some metal. and some wood with nails with this beast, and I got all the one-handers. I also got a Milwaukee recip saw, a full-size one, but it's in my bottom box of my pack out, and I don't feel like taking off every box to get it out. We really don't need it. We got recip saws here. So for all you Milwaukee fans, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to wait till we use it with this. And there's a reason why it's in the bottom of the toolbox, because this thing is just so much better than it. And they're the ones that invented that tool. So kind of mind-boggling there, huh? Oh, yeah, I want to share with you guys. I want to share something while I'm getting this stupid package open. Both Milwaukee and Diablo will make the same claims, but they all lied. I will not be shocked. I don't know. I haven't used the nitrous stuff all that much. I have used the nitrous oscillate multi-tool blades, and I gotta tell you, they're pretty nice. They're expensive, but they're nice. Now, what they did to Diablo by trying to trick people with their tests and stuff, I do not agree with. There's no reason to. The blades are good. Why do you got to show? Well, I don't get it. The biggest leader in the industry is playing games, and I just don't understand it. So these are the wood with nails blades. They do look pretty slick, but you want to know what? You know what happens? The first pass, all that slickness goes bye-bye. No more looking good. This is the metal. It's a little bit thinner like you would expect. More teeth. Finer cut. And then these are for the big Bama Jammas, the 9-inchers. I bought the Bosch jigsaw and saw blades, and they seem like they're going to be awesome. We'll put a video up. The spiders look pretty nice. I see them all the time. I have not picked one up yet. Oh, I wanted to share something with you guys before we head over to the table here and start chopping stuff up. But we are like 20 watch time hours away from being monetized. Okay? Now, not fully monetized. We are 20 some odd, less than 20 some odd watch time hours away from being able to have memberships. Hey, what's up, Tools with Souls? To have memberships, to take super chats and stickers and all that type of stuff, and to have a YouTube online store. Well, we kind of already put our merch store on there, so we kind of didn't want to wait around for YouTube for that. So we're like less than 20 watch time hours away. So definitely next week, our live stream, we will be allowed to accept super chats and memberships and all that type of stuff. It will be called the Degenerate Membership, okay? Because y'all are the degens, all right? And all that stuff. So we're really excited about that. And then we got about 1,000 watch time hours away from being fully monetized. And that's all because of you guys. And I should be able to get them 1,000 watch time hours down within a month or two, the way we've been going here. So thanks, guys. It means a lot. To think that we started this 5-6 months ago and what it's kind of grown into. I was just a guy in my basement. You guys remember the early videos. Nothing on the walls down here, right? And now it's just like it's taken on a life of its own. No, it's not. No, Souls. It's what the studio tells me how far away I am from those things. And I'm literally like 20 watch time hours. If you count all the shorts, it's like thousands more watch time hours. But no, it's not counting the shorts. No, definitely not counting the shorts. We're that close. And I'm very excited for that. I really am. I had a goal. Before we get started, I'll just let you in on something. So when I first started the channel, I was a couple of weeks in, and I was a big fan of Souls's, and I didn't know how to get a hold of him or how to introduce myself. So I went on TikTok, And I asked him a question. I sent him a message and I asked him a question about a tool. And we talked about it. And then I asked him for some advice if he would be willing to give some advice. And if he didn't, he could tell me to kick rocks. Well, he stuck around and he gave me some advice. And I asked him some questions. And I asked him, how long did it take for you to get monetized? And he said it took him 10 months. So I made that my goal, that this channel was going to be fully monetized within 10 months. Okay, so we're pretty much 80% of the way there to full monetization. We're basically already there to accept super chats and all that type of stuff. So it's happened a little bit quicker than I expected, and that's a good thing, and that's all because of you guys. I just want to say thank you again, and thank you for Souls for doing that, because if it wasn't for him, I know he's going to say you do all the work. That's just the type of person he is. He doesn't want to take credit for nothing. But he really is the leader of our community. See, I told you. He just said it right there. I did nothing. But he is the leader of our community. And we go to him when we're stumped, when we need advice on tools, anything. I mean, he really is. He is the godfather. That's why he's the godfather of the Orange Crush Mafia, guys. You know what I mean? I think he means a great deal to all of us, and he means a great deal to me. All right, enough of that sappy shit. I just wanted to put that out there. Let's go start cutting some shit. Just give me a second to get set up here, guys. Let me get my little camera table so that it doesn't shake everywhere. Okay. Let me get some lights going on over here. That may be too goofy of a light. Yeah, it's too bright. This Ryobi light has like that really, really white light on it, and it kind of messes with the camera a little bit. But the skill light is almost perfect. I use this skill light. Well, my stepfather, Captain Dick, loves that skill light. So that may be another Christmas gift he gets here for Christmas. All right. So we got that bad mamma jamma. Okay. And we got all these bad mamma jammas. We'll get to these later. We're taking out the driver, the start here, guys. We're not working our way up. This old man can't even make a video because every time I bend down, I get dizzy and lightheaded for hours. Sorry, man. I get dizzy too, buddy. I tell you what, there's a few times today I felt really lightheaded at work when I was like bending over and stuff and working on the ground and stuff at Pep Boys. And it took me a minute I had to like shake my head, snap out of it. Now they put me on blood pressure medicine and it made it worse. So I stopped taking the blood pressure medicine. It boils down to, you know, I'm not getting any younger either. I'm going to be 40 here soon. And I got to start taking better care of myself and eating better and all that stuff. I have 100% cut fast food out of my diet. I have not been through a drive-thru, a Burger King, a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, any of that stuff in 3 weeks. I have 100% cut it out of my diet. The only fast food that I eat now, I'll get a turkey club from Tim Hortons because it's healthy. Or I'll get a healthy sub, like a turkey sub from Subway. Those are the only two places where I go for lunch now. All right, so we got the spider, the new spider blades on this beastly Flex Recip, 6 amp hour. As Captain Dick calls it, 6 amp hour double stack battery. That's what Captain Dick calls it. Now, I haven't used this Recip saw that much, so bear with me here. I don't know, did that seem like it took a little bit longer than it should have, guys? It is a clean cut. I'll give it that. It's a pretty clean cut. I don't know. It seemed like it took a little bit too long for this beastly of a recip. I don't know. I think it cuts like any average blade. I don't know what's so special about it. That was slow. Yeah, spider blades. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's 10 times faster. And there's no knots here, guys. As you can see, there's no knots where I'm cutting. That's just straight 4x4 pressure treat with the biggest beast recip saw on the market with one of the beastly batteries on the market. We'll give it another shot here. I tell you what I don't like about this recip saw and why I don't like these types. Because when I'm going down into the wood and I get right about here, I'm so tall that my finger comes off the trigger a little bit and I got to re-grip it as I'm going through the wood. I don't like that. That's why I don't like these bigger recips. And it's just not this one. I don't like it either on the Milwaukee one I got. Now, remember, guys, this is a wood and nail blade. So it's just not a wood blade. Like, it's got finer teeth for a wood blade. Like, if I showed you I don't even know if I got a Diablo. I think I threw them out because I used them up. Oh, no, I got it right here. So, this is a Diablo, just wood blade. You see that? Okay. So these teeth are finer because it's meant to cut through the nails in the wood too. Okay, so this kit did not just come with an all wood blade. It came with a wood with nails blade. There is a little bit of a difference. So that may be why it's not cutting as fast as we should hope. Oh yeah. Orbital. Sorry guys. My other recip saws don't have this, so I don't even think about this. Or wait, maybe the Milwaukee one does. I don't know. I hardly ever use these fucking things. I don't like these. All right. Orbital action on. Oh my God. The camera almost took a header there. The light fell off the table and then went right into the camera. I tell you what, that shook everything right here. I don't know. I'm not that impressed. I don't know. I don't think there's anything special about them. They're not bad. I mean, that is a pretty clean cut, guys. I will say that. I mean, that is a pretty clean cut for a reciprocating saw. Don't know. My old brushed Hitachi with the wall blades cuts faster. Yeah, we will, Sayer. Hold on, buddy. Pump the brakes, buddy. We got a whole hour here, brother. I got a bunch of wood with nails in it. Trust me, I'm going to get there, brother. I'm just trying to get caught up on comments because I can't see them when I'm working. All right. Do you get good pizza in your area, Sharush? I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna answer for Sharush. Sayer doesn't have time for your shit, Josh. He's old. Yeah, we all know. We all know how impatient Captain Dick is, too. All right. Let's see. All right, fuck it. You want fucking wood with fucking nails? All right, here we go. I thought I had I got a bunch of staples in this one when I was testing out the stapler. See, you guys only see like I don't know, 5 or 6 staples going. When I test something, I just fucking go shit crazy. How does 16 gauge finish nail sound, guys? You want some 16 gauge finish nails? All right. Just pumped it with like 6 nails. More curry in his area. Jesus. I have a Flex Volt Advantage and Flex Volt, and they both work best with Diablo blades, believe it or not. Diablo's got good stuff. I haven't had good New York pizza, so I don't have a frame of reference. See, at least you're honest, Sharouche. All right, we got some nails in here. Hopefully I don't kill myself. I'm already getting splinters. I should probably put fucking gloves on. Alright, that wasn't bad with some nails in there. That was actually pretty good with nails in there. That wasn't half bad. It was actually pretty good. Let's see, how are the teeth holding up here? I don't see any damage to them. Obviously, the coating has wore completely off. But that's okay, that's normal. But I'm not seeing any damage to any of the teeth. That wasn't half bad with the nails in it. Yeah, I turned it on, Souls. Yeah. Yeah, I turned it on, Souls. It's on. See? What, I'm getting caught on the shoe? Stupid thing. Fuck it, it's staying there for demonstrating purposes. Alright, that was pretty quick, but it also had a quarter of a hole here. That was much faster, but it also wasn't cutting through as much wood, obviously. Alright. What do you guys want to see next? You want to see... I don't want to fuck up all these. Kind of want to save a couple of good ones for my tests, my videos. We'll take out a metal cutting one and a wood with nails one for the saber saws. We'll set this bad mamma jam over here. You guys want to see the Flex Saber, the Rigid Saber, or the Milwaukee Fuel Saber? Sorry, the old man had to stagger up the stairs to watch. I want to see my pile. Sharouche, your pile has one tool on it, brother. Them not nails, them feelings. What do you want me to do? You want me to pump it with a framing nail? I think I only got 1 or 2 framing nails in my gun left. I can do that, but I forgot to pick up framing nails. Speaking of nailers, guys, listen to me real quick. I was at my Amherst location Lowe's. They had a whole table of display model nailers. Metabo roofing coil nailers. Narrow crown Bosch staplers. 18 gauge nailers. All the pneumatic nailers from Bosch and Pass Load and Metabo HBT. I'm not kidding you. They must have had 40 nailers on that table, and they had some really good deals. They had narrow crown staplers, Metabos for like $43 pneumatic and all that type of stuff. They had the Bosch narrow crown stapler for $200. I think that's $350. So I think Lowe's is doing something different. With their nailers. I don't think they're putting displays up. What they did at my Lowe's, they put pictures up of the tool. I don't think they want to have display models anymore. So they're just putting pictures up of all the tools, and they're getting rid of all their display models right now. So if you're lucky, stop into your local Lowe's. Oh, and another thing, that Bosch 975 hammer drill, you know, like their mid torque hammer drill, that's pretty powerful. It's also very big. That was on the table for like 30 some odd bucks. If I didn't already have that drill, I would have bought it in a heartbeat. I mean, they also had Bosch barrel grip jigsaws. They had all the nails, all the Pass Load and Bosch dish nails on clearance on these tables. I'm not kidding you guys. Thousands of dollars worth of tools that are like drastically discounted. So if you get lucky, go hit it up. I think I'm going to go there tomorrow and do a video. Yeah. If I didn't already have that drill, I would have bought it. I mean, for $30, I probably still should have bought it and tried to flip it. I'm going to be honest with you. I probably could have got a $50 bill for it, a $60 bill for it. But leave it to the guy who needs it. That's how I look at it. I don't need it. If some poor guy who needs a drill is a tradesman and needs that and can get that great deal, then let him have it. All right. Let me get the framing nailer. Let's get out this bad mamma jamma. By the way, this framing nailer was sent to me from Apache. Apache Helicopter sent this to me. Oh, they had a couple of these. Also, the Gen 1 21 and 30 degree framing nailers for like $198 with a 4 amp hour battery attached to it. Which, you don't see them 4 amp hour batteries too often. Let me see if I can find some junk wood here, guys. I don't want to use good wood. Yeah, that will do. This shall do. Hopefully I got enough nails in here. I think I got 1 or 2 of them in there. I knew I was forgetting something. I knew it. I wanted to get nails for this nailer. Okay, why aren't you working? Oh shit. I don't think I got it. I don't think I can do it, guys. I don't got any nails. Yeah, it's down to like its last 2 or 3, and it won't fire anymore. Shit. All right, hold on. We'll get 15 gaugers. 15 gaugers, a little bit bigger. I will. Just let me do what I'm doing. All right. There, I pumped about 10, 15 gaugers. That's as best as I got tonight, guys. Sorry. Jimmy, what up, buddy? I think after today's video, no more sus shit needs to come out of the mouth soles. Oh, boy. You made the video. I'll link it if I have to. Those won't even slow down a butter knife. I don't know. I'm just doing with what I got, guys. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad, new out of the package. Now, the question is, and that's what I'm going to say for the video, how good are they after doing that 500 times? You know what I mean? All right. Now, this is definitely the best one-hand saber saw, without a doubt, the best. And the reason why it's the best is because of this right here. You ready? Boom. Quick insert. It's beautiful. I love this thing. All right. Well, that blade ain't gonna do 500 cuts. How do you know? I can try at least, right? Did you, Ted? It's pretty cool, ain't it? It is. It's probably not probably. It is the best one-hand recip. All right. Now we match. Look. We match the outfits. Look. I need a rigid battery though. Preferably the 4 amp hour tabless. There she be. Take it out of my old 4 mode there. All right. Let's try it again. This time with the rigid. Obviously, you can see the speed difference between the two saws. That is smoother, though. I will say that. This is a lot smoother, but that flex is just beyond powerful. That flex is the reason why I don't use a full-size reciprocating saw, because I can pretty much, for what I do, I can pretty much use that one-hand saber saw from Flex and not have to use a full-size one. Is Apache on? It is. I was replacing a dishwasher and found a bad area in the cabinet from leaking garbage disposal. It made working in close quarters much easier. Sure does. I feel like Apache when he's in an earthquake. You're so stupid. Many times. It's delicious, Miss Squatch. Flex never bogged down, gotta say. Nope, it didn't. My former boss at the hotel made it. It was so good. What are you guys talking about? Food? All right. We'll try the Milwaukee next, and then we'll cut some metal. We'll see how it does with metal. But I got to be honest with you, these aren't nothing special. First impressions, nothing special. They're good, but are they? So you got 7 blades in the pack. 7. I think they were 15 bucks. I'll let y'all decide if they have any value. And this is another reason why that flex is just amazing. You don't got to fuck with it. Just stick it in there and go. All right, now I'm fucking curious. Now I'm curious. I wish I had a Diablo. I got a Milwaukee one. I hope I got a Milwaukee one. These are all metal, I think. Oh, no, that may be a wood with nails. Wood with nails. So, this is a Milwaukee Torch one, okay? Now, that's everything. How come they give you all these metal blades in these kits and not too many wood ones? They give you like 1 or 2 wood and then the rest are all metal. All right, let's see how the Milwaukee does. The Milwaukee blade, the old school Milwaukee blade. This isn't a nitrous or anything. Let's just see. Damn it, I knew that was going to happen. Do I still got nails in there? Hold on, let me pump a few nails in there. Hold on. I had to move the wood out. Hold on a second, guys. Let me pump a few nails in there. Wow, would you look at that? That was much faster, and that was with a used wood with nails Milwaukee torch blade. So yeah, these spider blades, they're They're nothing special. The Milwaukee one just fucking tore it up. That's why Diablo has the red paint. So it wears off after a few cuts and you gotta grab the blade out of the toolbox next week and think it's shot and throw it away. Yeah. But I will say that I did use my Diablo ones. I do have a brand new Diablo amped metal one. We can test that up against that. So yeah, these spider frickin' blades aren't that impressive. Especially seeing how the old school Milwaukee blade just fucking dog walked it. Literally just dog walked it. All right, now we cut some metal. What is this? Yeah, 3/4 inch galvanized right here, guys. 3/4 inch galvanized. Well, I know they dull fast Apache, but they were claiming that these weren't supposed to do that. And brand new out of the pack, they don't cut that great. I mean, they're not horrible. For 7 blades for $15, I don't know. What does a Diablo 7-pack go for, guys? I know they got to be more expensive than that. Or a Bosch. Or even a Milwaukee Torch. All right. We'll do the big Bama Jamma first. All right, this is their metal cutting blade, guys. All right, let's see. And then we'll do it with a Milwaukee and a Diablo. Yeah. That was pretty quick. That was pretty quick. That was pretty quick. Happy anniversary, Apache. Well, would you look at this? See what happens when you go looking in your toolbox? I do have a Diablo wood and metal blade. I got 3 of them. So we'll test that out. This is their, I believe, their amped metal blade. I think I used it once. Let's see how much quicker it cuts compared to this spider one. It's not even close. It's not even close. The Diablo dog walked it. It's not even close. The Diablo dog walked it. Happy birthday, LFL. Did you see how quick that was? Yeah, these spider blades kind of suck. They suck. All right, let's go back to wood with nails. See how I got a Diablo one. Wood with nails and staples. I don't like spider, guys. I don't know why people talk them up so much. Why do people talk up spider so much? Their driver bits suck. Their drill bits suck. Their saw blades are okay until they dull quickly, so they suck. Why do people talk up spider like they're some fucking great thing? It's because they're cheap, that's why. people don't know. They think they know, but they don't. Vaginal cream construction. I know they talk them up, souls. I know. All right. Diablo wood with nails blade. Orbital action on. It is a smaller blade, but we'll make do. Stupid thing. You tell me. I felt like that was a little faster. The hole saws do really well. I use the carbide tips to drain holes in concrete. I've never tried the hole saws. Yeah, it was smoother, a little bit quicker, and a little bit easier. Well, now we know, right, guys? Now we know. Now we know. So, I tell you what, these Milwaukee ones did pretty well. I will say, though, the Diablos were the best. Without a doubt, they were the best. So if you're a contractor, are you guys buying these? All you guys that do this for a living, Jamie True, Apache, your part-time professional guys, you handymen, are you guys buying these? I don't know. I don't think I am. I am not impressed. I'm not impressed with them. I'm not impressed with them. Yeah, not a chance, Sayer says. Derek, I have used the Milwaukee torch blades for metal using come on the fly, flex volt, 60 volt. DeWalt maybe a smidge better. Big spider hole saws would give your drills a workout. Well, Apache just said that the spider hole saws were pretty good. I wouldn't know about DeWalt blades. I have never used a DeWalt blade. I tell you what I do want to try. I want to try CMT. I want to try CMT recip saw blades, circular saw blades, table and miter saw blades. Problem is we don't have anywhere around here that sells CMT. Yeah, Lennox. You know, a lot of Lennox blades are on clearance at Lowe's. I think they're getting the boot out of there. Yeah, I think the next goal is to get some CMTs in here somehow. Let's get you guys set back up over here. Whoa, you guys almost fell. Hold on a second, guys. Let me get you set back up. Let me get my lights. So yeah, I am not impressed. Not impressed. I was kind of hoping they'd be better. So many people talk these up about how great they are and all this special shit. I'm not going to lie to you. I watched Vince's video on these and all this goofy, he talks for 45 minutes before he even uses it, but how he was talking this up, and I'm not saying I believed him, but I had to see for myself. And they were on the end cap, and I said, what the hell, give us something to talk about tonight. Give us something to do, show you guys some tools in action, so that we're not just sitting here talking for an hour and a half. Yeah, that's what they are. Their driver bits suck too. Those morons don't know because they're not using them, of course. Like flex blades, dime a dozen crap. Yeah, but you expect that, right? Like, Spider doesn't have power tools. They are solely in the game of blades, right? Hole saw blades, table saw blades, circ saws, recip saw blades, miter saw blades, oscillate multi-tool blades, drill bits, driver bits. That's what they do. A company that is in this game, that's all that they do, I expect more out of you. I just do. Whenever you get that flex blade in when you buy a saw, the standard blade any of these circular saws come with, you already know it's not going to be the best blade. Like my Metabo rear handle saw, it's got the Metabo blade on there. If I put a Diablo blade on there, it would so enhance the saw. Or CMT, or any of the other good blades that are out there. Yeah, they act like they work. Yeah, I don't get that. Why can't... Once you put a CMT blade in your circ saw, you're done. You're not using anything else. I believe you. I do. But, and they're cheap. I mean, they make a really good, from what I hear, they make a really good product, and they're not charging you Diablo prices. Like, that blade right there in my miter saw that you see behind me, I mean, that's like a fucking $60 blade. Like Klein sawhorses. Yeah, I don't know if I'm buying a Klein sawhorse. Just saying. I'd probably rather make my own out of 2x4s. Right? So, these do not cut 3 times faster. You see it right there. They definitely don't cut 3 times faster. And I'm going to bet my left nut that you do not get 10 times the cuts out of them. It's just all marketing hogwash. Well, Souls says they're that good, and I trust him, so I'm going to say yes. Derek. Well, the problem with CMT is they're only available at Menards. And if you're not in a part of the country where you have a Menards, you don't get CMT blades. They're not in Home Depot, they're not in Lowe's, they're not in Ace, they're not in True Value, none of them places. Yeah, 10-pack of CMT Zero Gravity Orange 7 1/4 inch circ saw blades, $82. I know, that's like 1 or 2 Diablos. So they're doing it, but doing it at a way cheaper price. Yeah, spider is 4 times faster than a handsaw. Yeah. They're made in Italy. I wish I had a Menards. I do. We don't have them here. Yeah, Freud is good too. Yes. But they're very expensive. I was looking at them blades at Rockler a few weeks ago, and they are very, very expensive. Italy has a Leaning Tower of Pizza. You're such a dork, Jimmy Blue Balls. Jimmy Blue Balls likes his Leaning Tower of Pizza, not pizza, pizza. They're Derek, they're just like Diablo. They're the same exact thing. Diablo makes them, or Bosch makes them, and they also make Diablo's blades. They're just a blue version. I want to get CMT router bits. I didn't even know those existed. Because right now I got Diablos in my router, and I do have one Hercules bit in my router, in one of my routers. Because I was there and I needed a certain bit, and I didn't feel like going to another store. Who wouldn't like a Leaning Tower pizza? There you go, guys. Souls just said he'll share those router bits from CMT in the Discord. Yeah, I've tried Bosch router bits. I use them all the time. Yep. Very good. Very good. What about that $40 saw blades? I don't know. Haven't tried it. Why is that wild? $5 drills. Why is that wild? Give me 1 second, guys. $30 of what? Never had to replace them in 30 years. Well, I don't know about that, but if he's had them for 30 years, then I guess you got to take him at his word. So we all know now to not go buy these. Do not believe total stupid zone. Don't believe vaginal cream construction. Don't believe the bear. Hell, the bear would tell you Bauer recip saw blades are the best. So sometimes I feel like I'm the only one on YouTube who has used the CMT stuff, and then I found Sarah. No, actually, there's these guys. I forgot their name. They're a bigger channel. They were doing a 7 1/4 circular saw test with every circular saw on the market, and they had like a whole rig where it applied the same amount of pressure, and CMT provided the blades for them. They use CMT blades in every one of the saws. A brand new CMT blade. They provided them for them. And yeah, other than that, you don't see anybody using them. You want to know why? Because they ain't paying these dipshits money. I wouldn't want to pay dipshits money either. Everything that comes into their channel is the game-changing, this, that, and the next thing. You start not to believe these people. And people aren't going to buy the shit. I'm just reading your guys' comments. Jamie, literally used that blade today. It's fine. Not the greatest one available. Bauer brush recip saw with Bauer blades made Wolverine. I think Diablo was like 25. I'm a little bit quiet tonight, guys. I'm a little bit quiet. I'm tired. I haven't really eaten yet today. I'm starting to get low on the energy level. And I don't got my sidekick next to me, so I was getting used to him being here. Power can't cut diarrhea. That's funny. It has been a damn week. I agree, Jimmy. I agree, brother. When you want to cut into the core of the earth, you use Bauer with Bauer blades. I tell you what, when we did all that concrete work out there this last week, and we had to like smooth out the concrete after it dried, I told Dickie to use the Bauer grinder because I don't want him fucking up my good grinder. So I said, I don't care if that one breaks. Go ahead. And he had black tar all over his hands and shit. Go ahead, Dickie. Take the Bauer, gunk that thing all up, gunk it up, and fuck it up all you want. Use and abuse the shit out of it. Break it, please, so I can return it and get my money back. People were unhinged this week calling into the bank. I'm over it. Yeah, I got yelled at my shop yesterday, guys. I got yelled and screamed at my pro shop yesterday. You guys want to hear the story? If you guys want to hear the story, let me know, and I'll let you know, and I'll start telling it. If you guys don't want to hear it, I won't tell it. All right. So you guys remember when I went live a few days ago and I showed you how I was repairing a gouge in a bowling ball, right? Some of you guys saw that, right? Where I had to dig out the gouge and then refill it with resin, right? And I told you that was like a $20 fix, $15 fix, something like that, right? Okay. This guy brings in his ball. He's got his 2 finger holes, right? And around both of his finger holes, he had spider cracks going everywhere. To the point to where it was about that big of a round. His 2 finger holes. Okay? I said to him, listen, I got to dig all that out. And it's going to be like a 40 some odd dollar fix. But once I'm done with it, you'll get another 10 years out of the bowling ball. And it will look beautiful. He goes, that's too much money. Can we just patch it up to get me by? I said, sure. I said, I'll just use some super glue and some accelerator. I'll let the super glue sink into them cracks for a few seconds. And then I'll hit it with the accelerator. I'll shave it down. I'll smooth it out as best as I can. It's not going to look pretty. But it should bond it better and should get you through. That's like $10. Okay, let's do that. So I did that. And it didn't look good. It didn't. But it did the job. Okay? He comes in to pick it up. Well, that looks like shit. I know. I told you it was going to look like shit. Well, I'm paying you to do a professional job. I told you what was necessary to make the ball look amazing and to reinforce the ball better. You chose a Band-Aid. That Band-Aid still costs money. I did it to the best of my ability of what you wanted me to do. Okay. He starts yelling at me. I want my effing money back. Blah, blah, blah. This is bullshit. You're getting a bad review. Blah, blah, blah. For like 5 minutes straight. And I'm just standing there like, Is this guy freaking for real? Right? Patchy, should have told him that I'm paying you to be a professional bowler, and clearly you haven't delivered on the results. But I finally looked at him. I go, guy, either pay to do the job right or be satisfied with the Band-Aid job you got. I don't know what else you want me to do. You want me to do $50 worth of work for $10? I'm not doing that no more. I can't do that no more. Them days are long gone. And, well, I'm going to tell all my friends and blah, blah, blah. And I looked at him, and I wasn't mean. I didn't say anything mean to him. I looked at him dead in the eyes like I'm looking at you guys in this camera. And I said, I don't care. I do not care. I don't want you as my customer. You doing this for a lousy $10 job, I have just lost money on this job. I don't care. I don't want you as a customer, and I sure shit don't want your friends or family as a customer. So you can take your crazy to another pro shop. Well, they'll charge you $50 to do the same job I did, some half-ass job I did. And you'll get the same results. Or you can just pay me to do it right, and I'll do it right. Like, has this country gone batty? I actually did think about that, Souls. I actually did. But I had to refrain. Because you still got to be somewhat professional. And you don't want to give them any more ammo to destroy your business. Like, these guys will go on the internet and make up stories and all kinds of stuff, Souls. And as a small business, now as a multi-trillion-dollar business, no, they really don't care. But as a small businessman, it really does affect us. It does. But it gets to a point where you're like, I just don't care anymore. Like, I don't want to hear it anymore, guys. I don't care. I did the work. I did what you wanted me to do. Pay me my goddamn money. Simple as that. Yeah, they aren't living in reality. They live in some fairy gaga land. I mean, I identify sexually as an attacked helicopter, so I don't know what to say about anyone else. Oh, you guys are fucking... You guys are great. That's why I love all you guys. And we got to make that shirt, Christina. We got to make that shirt where we got all of our core guys' name on the shirt. All right, guys. We've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes. I got to go eat. I'm getting tired. And hopefully next week we will have Captain Dick on. That's the plan. Moving forward. Hopefully he can look in the computer and not wander off camera and do well with it. It's about a 50-50. I'm giving him 50-50 shot on this. But he's gonna try. That's all we can ask, right? So we'll just recap before we leave. Don't buy these. Unless you don't care, don't buy these. You can get better blades cheaper. You can go buy CMT blades cheaper. We are less than 20 watch time hours away from being monetized. So I'm very excited about that, and thank you. Don't forget to get your merch in the merch store. You got myself, Tool Squatch, Tools with Souls, and now Dr. Left Hand Thread in there. Get all your favorite guys' shit, if you guys want it, in that store, all in one place. One-shot deal. Maybe Tactics will come along eventually here, but we'll see. What about you and Caleb live? I don't think Caleb's got time, guys. I don't think he's got time. It would have been cool to grow that. I think it would have worked. I think it would have taken a couple of weeks to get word out and to do some cooler stuff. But I just don't think he has the time right now to dedicate to it weekly. Maybe he'll come on a little here, a little there. But it just wasn't going to work out schedule-wise. So, no harm done, no foul. I wish it would have. That's all. All right, everybody. I'll see you later. I promise next week we'll have something more exciting. I wanted to show off these spider blades, and yeah, they didn't really show out, I'll tell you that much. And I'm kind of beat right now, as you can tell. I'm exhausted. And I really don't have any content filmed for this next week, so I got to get on that. So I'm really behind. I'm really behind, guys. So if I don't see you guys in the Discord all this week, you'll know why, because I got a lot of work to do. All right, guys. Talk to you later.